Well, the city's electric buses have exceeded expectations, but it'll still be buying more gas-guzzling vehicles. KITV4's Paul Drews reports on the reasons why. Paul.
Well, the city can't expand its charging system fast enough to put in more battery-powered buses, even though those electric buses are smoother, quieter, and less costly to run than gas-powered ones. Honolulu's electric buses have put the brakes on maintenance cost compared to their diesel counterparts, as electric motors don't need oil changes, among other benefits.
All of the electric buses we have, they have regenerative braking systems, and so systems like brakes, they last longer just because they're not as much of a friction brake.
Lower maintenance and labor cost means running electric buses add up to $1.27 per mile, compared with $2.14 per mile for a diesel bus. City buses typically run 100 to 150 miles a day for 80% of the year, but it would take nearly a decade for electric buses to be as cost efficient as diesel ones, because the city paid out $6 million for charging stations and currently pays a lot for electricity.
It's hard to on a strictly dollar basis, to really make electric vehicles pay off. Now, this is especially the case in Hawaii because our electricity rates are higher here.
Rogers said while the city is putting in rooftop solar on some buildings, there isn't enough space for the amount of panels needed to charge the buses.
If you took all of the buses we had and assumed that they were all electric, the power needs for that would be the same as Molokai plus Lanai combined plus 50% more. So it gives you an idea of just how much power is required for a municipal bus fleet. It's huge.
Because the city gets federal funds, it is required to keep each bus running for at least a dozen years. But many times they're kept for years longer. The big question is, will electric buses last that long?
For electric vehicles, the big unknown for those is the battery life. Up until now, we have been talking about a midlife, swapping out of batteries. But nobody really knows at this point, here or on the mainland, how long our batteries will last.
What is known is after those batteries drop below 75 to 80% of their original power, they'll have to be taken out. Those unknowns and uncertainty over building additional charging stations means the city will continue to purchase more diesel buses in the near future, even though the goal remains the same for its 500 bus fleet.
Our commitment is that the city is to have zero emission buses, whether they are electric, whether they are hydrogen, or whether they're even some other technology that we don't know about yet.
For riders who have experienced electric buses, they focus on other benefits instead of the cost, like quieter, smoother rides that are better for the environment.
Less fumes, like pollution and all of that. Yes, surely. Yeah. It's for the whole world, whatever, and especially, small cities like Honolulu.
And we all have experienced being behind a bus and getting absolutely swamped by all of the fumes coming off of it. And to be able to get rid of that completely, I think is a great thing.
Now, another issue slowing down the expansion of the city's electric fleet, there's been a short in the current charging system. Roger says that needs to be fixed before additional charging stations go in. Paul Drews, KITV4 Island News.